Have you ever felt your heart start racing, for something as simple as speaking? Not running. Not danger. Just, talking in front of people. Your hands get cold. Your voice feels tight. Your mind, which worked perfectly 1 minute ago, suddenly goes blank. You forget basic words. You can hear your own breathing. And all you want is for the moment to end. Maybe it happens when the teacher asks you to say your name. Maybe in a meeting when everyone turns to look at you. Maybe when someone asks you a question in English. Maybe before giving a presentation you practiced 10 times. And the worst part? Afterward, you replay it in your head thinking, why am I like this? Everyone else looks so confident. What if they think I'm stupid? But here's the truth most people never tell you. You're not afraid of people. You're afraid of being judged. And that fear? It's not your personality. It's not a weakness. It's a learned response from your brain trying to protect you. And anything that is learned, can be unlearned. In this video, I'll show you a step-by-step system to retrain your brain, calm your body, and build real speaking confidence, even if your fear feels overwhelming right now. Why we fear speaking, it's not just shyness. If speaking in front of people makes you panic, you might think, I'm just shy, or I'm not confident. But this fear goes much deeper than personality. Small blue diamond fear of judgment. When you speak, your brain instantly starts asking. What if I sound stupid? What if they laugh? What if I forget my words? Your brain isn't focused on communication. It's focused on social survival. Because deep inside, humans are wired to belong. Being judged or embarrassed feels like being pushed out of the group, and your brain treats that like a real threat. Small blue diamond school and childhood conditioning. For many people, this fear didn't start today. Maybe you were punished for wrong answers. Maybe someone laughed at your pronunciation. Maybe you were compared to the smart or fluent students. Your brain learned, speaking equals risk. So now, even safe situations feel dangerous. Small blue diamond, the brain's survival mode. Here's what's really happening. Your brain thinks you're in danger. It releases adrenaline. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing changes. Blood moves to your muscles, not your thinking brain. That's why your mind goes blank. Not because you're bad at speaking. But because your brain is in fight or flight mode. And remember this. Your brain is trying to protect you, not embarrass you. The good news. Once you understand this, you can start teaching your brain that speaking is safe. Truth number 1, confidence comes after speaking, not before. Most people are waiting for a feeling. They tell themselves, I'll speak when I feel more confident. I just need to be less nervous first. Once I'm ready, then I'll talk. But confidence doesn't come first. Confidence is the result, not the starting point. Your brain doesn't learn safety by thinking about speaking. It learns safety by experiencing speaking, and surviving it. Every time you speak and nothing terrible happens, your brain updates its belief, okay, maybe this isn't dangerous. That's how confidence is built, through evidence. Think about your first day at the gym. Everything feels heavy. Awkward. Uncomfortable. You feel weak. But after 30 days, your body is stronger, not because you felt strong before going, but because you kept going while it felt hard. Or your first driving lesson. Your hands were tight on the steering wheel. Now, you drive while talking, thinking, even listening to music. Speaking works the same way. Speaking is the exercise that builds confidence. Not the reward you get after confidence magically appears. You don't wait to feel brave. You speak, and bravery grows from the action. Step 1. Start with microspeaking. Overcoming fear doesn't mean jumping straight into a big speech or presentation. It starts tiny, with microspeaking. Fear decreases when your brain experiences small doses of the thing it worries about. The more often it survives, the more your brain relaxes. Here's what microspeaking can look like. Saying, "Good morning," to a neighbor or colleague. Asking a simple question at a shop or cafe. Recording yourself speaking for just 30 seconds. Reading one paragraph aloud every day. At first, these feel awkward. Your heart may still race. That's normal. But each tiny step sends a signal to your brain. Nothing bad happened. Over time, these micro-exposures shrink anxiety. Your mind starts associating speaking with safety, not danger. Think of it like weightlifting. You don't bench press 100 kilograms on day 1. You start with small weights and gradually increase. The same principle works for speaking. Rule to remember: small plus repeated equals powerful. By starting with tiny, safe speaking exercises, you're laying the foundation for bigger conversations, presentations, and public speaking, without panic taking over. The secret? Consistency beats intensity. Do a little every day, and your confidence will quietly grow, step by step. Step 2. Use the spotlight shift trick. One of the biggest traps when speaking is thinking, "Everyone is watching me. Everyone is judging me." That belief fuels anxiety. Your brain interprets it as danger. Your hands shake, your heart races, your mind blanks. Here's the truth: most people aren't watching you. They're thinking about themselves, their own words, thoughts, or worries. The spotlight shift trick helps you break free from this fear. Before speaking, ask yourself, what does my audience need right now? How can I help them with what I say? Suddenly, your focus moves from your appearance, mistakes, or nerves to value and connection. Instead of, crossmark, how do I look? Shift to, white heavy checkmark, how can I help? This subtle mental shift does two things. Reduces self-consciousness, your brain stops overanalyzing every detail. Builds natural confidence, because confidence comes from serving others, not impressing them. Try it in your next conversation or presentation. Focus on giving, not performing, and watch your anxiety shrink, while your confidence quietly grows. Your brain will reward outward focus, turning the fear of judgment into purposeful speaking energy. Step 3. Practice out loud, not in your head. Many people think they're practicing when they rehearse in their mind. But thinking isn't the same as speaking. Why mental practice often fails. Your mouth muscles aren't trained to form the words. Your brain still associates your real voice with fear. You can know the words perfectly in your head, but when it's time to speak, your body freezes. To build real confidence, you need action, speaking out loud. Try these simple methods. Talk to your phone camera, record yourself explaining a topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Mirror practice, watch your facial expressions while speaking. Voice notes, send yourself short voice messages. Explain your day out loud, narrate even small tasks as if teaching someone. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is training your mouth, tongue, and vocal muscles, while your brain learns, speaking isn't dangerous, I can do this. Remember this. Fluency and confidence live in your mouth, not your mind. The more you speak out loud, the more your fear fades. The more your brain sees success, the stronger your speaking confidence becomes. Even 5 minutes a day of out-loud practice compounds into noticeable bravery in real conversations. Step 4. Replace, "What if I fail?" with, "So what if I do?" Fear often grows from catastrophic thinking, imagining the worst-case scenario before you even speak. Old thoughts sound like, "What if I forget my words? What if they laugh at me? What if I make a fool of myself?" These what-ifs hijack your brain and trigger fight or flight, making speaking feel impossible. Here's the secret: shift the question. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "So what if I do?" Then I pause and continue. Then I smile and try again. This small mindset shift changes the game. Embarrassment, in reality, only lasts a few minutes. Most people forget mistakes almost immediately. Regret, on the other hand, lasts for years. The what-ifs that stop you from speaking are what you remember later. By teaching your brain that mistakes are temporary and manageable, you reduce fear and build courage. Next time you feel panic rising, silently repeat, "So what if I do? I can recover and keep going." This simple mental exercise gradually rewires your brain, turning fear of failure into confident action. Step 5. Calm the body first, because fear is physical. Fear isn't just mental, it's physical. Your heart races, your muscles tighten, and adrenaline floods your body. No wonder your mind goes blank. The good news: if you calm your body, your brain follows. Here are simple, practical techniques you can use before or during speaking. Small blue diamond slow breathing, 4-4 method. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Repeating this just a few times signals your brain, relax. There's no real danger. Small blue diamond grounding. Reconnect with the present moment. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. Notice 3 things you see, 2 things you hear, 1 thing you feel. This shifts attention away from anxious thoughts and brings calm focus. Small blue diamond slow movements. Walk slower. Speak slower. Move your hands slowly. Slowing down your body naturally slows your nervous system, reducing tension. Remember, calm body, calm brain. Next time anxiety spikes before speaking, pause. Take a slow breath, ground yourself, and move deliberately. By training your body to relax first, you create the conditions for your mind to feel safe, and for your confidence to show up naturally. Step 6. Prepare structure, not perfect sentences. One of the biggest mistakes speakers make is trying to memorize every word. You think, "If I don't say it perfectly, I'll fail." The result? Panic. Mind blank. Frozen body. Here's the smarter approach: prepare a structure, not sentences. Instead of memorizing, outline 3 key bullet points for your talk or presentation. For example, problem: what issue are you addressing? Idea: what's your solution or main message? Example: how can you illustrate it with a story or fact? With this structure, your brain has guidance but not rigid scripts to trip over. Why this works? Your speech becomes more natural, like a real conversation. Your brain focuses on communicating ideas, not reciting words. You stay flexible, ready to respond to questions or reactions. Think of it like a roadmap. You know the destinations, but you don't need to follow every turn exactly. Key takeaway: confidence grows when your brain feels safe to improvise. Rigid memorization triggers fear. A clear structure frees your mind and lets your voice flow. Prepare structure, speak naturally, confidence grows. Step 7. Redefine mistakes. Even the most confident speakers make mistakes. They forget words. They mispronounce. They pause, sometimes awkwardly. And yet, they continue speaking. Why? Because they understand a simple truth. Mistakes don't make you look stupid. Quitting does make you look unprepared. Every slip-up is not failure, it's practice under real conditions. Think of each mistake as a tiny dose of exposure therapy. Your brain learns, I survived. Nothing terrible happened. I can speak again. The more you allow yourself to speak imperfectly, the faster your fear shrinks. Perfection is an illusion, confidence comes from resilience, not flawlessness. Next time your mind screams, I'll mess up, remind yourself. Forgetting a word isn't the end of the world. Mispronouncing isn't a disaster. Pausing is natural. Keep going. Every word you speak, even imperfectly, builds real courage. Redefine mistakes. See them as stepping stones, not roadblocks. The more mistakes you embrace, the stronger, calmer, and more confident your speaking becomes. How confidence actually grows, mini science. Here's the simple truth, confidence is not a personality trait, it's brain training. Every time you speak in front of people, and nothing terrible happens, your brain does something amazing. Fear memory weakens, your brain learns this situation isn't dangerous. Confidence memory strengthens, your brain remembers, I can handle this. This process is called exposure plus repetition. The more often you practice speaking, the more your brain rewires itself. It rewires neural pathways to favor calm, confident responses instead of panic. Think of it like exercising a muscle. You don't wake up strong after one push-up. You grow stronger each time you lift, repeat, and recover. Every micro-speaking session, every small conversation, every imperfect presentation is training your confidence muscle. So the next time you feel fear rising, remember. Your brain is learning. Fear is temporary. Confidence is built, step by step, word by word. Confidence is earned in action, not wished for in your mind. Let me be clear, you are not bad at speaking. You are simply untrained, your brain hasn't learned yet that speaking is safe. Fear isn't a sign of weakness. It's a signal that growth is near. Every flutter of your heart, every shaky word, every pause is your brain stretching into new territory. Here's the truth that changes everything. The goal is not to speak without fear. The goal is to speak even when fear is there. Each time you take action despite anxiety, your confidence grows quietly, almost invisibly, until one day, speaking feels natural. You don't need to wait for bravery. You build it, step by step, word by word, micro-exposure by micro-exposure. Where do you feel most nervous speaking? Is it school, work, or an English class? Share your experience in the comments, your story might help someone else feel less alone. And if you want more step-by-step confidence and speaking tips, subscribe now and train your brain to speak fearlessly.